What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Roll Productions. You guys, the year is coming to an end. That means I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. We have so many great films headed our way going into the new year. I cannot wait. I'm excited. Much more than Marvel films, you guys. There are a lot of great films other than superhero films that are coming out that I'm really looking forward to. And I cannot wait to experience them. I mean, this year has been a solid year for movies. It really has. I'm still waiting to see The Iron Claw, which I'm seeing this Sunday, and then Aquaman 2 in the Lost Kingdom. I've just been so incredibly busy, you guys, with my sleep schedule. I don't want to go to the movie theater knowing I only had 2 hours of sleep. Because at the age of 32, I know my black ass is going to fall asleep in that movie theater. I don't know. I don't care how much caffeine I had. I'm going to fall asleep. So I'm trying to go into the theater with at least 8 hours of sleep, you guys. So that, with my schedule, it lines up perfectly for this Sunday to close out the year watching, Iron Claw and then Aquaman 2 in the Lost Kingdom. So I'm very much looking forward to Iron Claw, especially Iron Claw. A lot of people are saying that this film is extraordinary. They're saying that Zac Efron deserves an Academy Award. I am really, really excited about it. And a lot of people are telling me to go watch the documentary on Hulu before I watch it. But I kind of want to go in, not knowing much, because I want to feel the emotional depth of these characters and the family and the story. Because if I watch that documentary first, it's going to spoil a lot of things. Because a lot of people are saying that this is a real tragic story. So I'm excited. This Sunday, you guys, The Iron Claw, I am pumped. But like I said, this year has been wonderful for movies. Going into next year, you guys, I am anticipating so many great films. I cannot wait. So we're going to be diving deep to my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024, you guys. There's a lot. I'm just going to name the movies coming out next year that I'm excited about, but not in any particular order. After I name the films, you guys, I'm going to give you my order. So we have Dune Part 2, we have Maxine, Kung Fu Panda 4, Mufasa, Furiosa, Bob Marley, One Love, Alien Romulus, A Quiet Place Day 1, Venom 3, we have Gladiator 2, you have Wolfman, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, you have Beetlejuice 2, Godzilla X Kong, Wolfman, Nosferatu, you have Kraven the Hunter, Deadpool 3, Joker 2. So many great films I just said on this list that I am so much looking forward to. It is going to be a full year of just entertainment. And that's not even including TV shows that is going to be dropping in 2024 as well, you guys. But I cannot wait. I'm excited. So coming in at number 10, you guys, we have Kraven the Hunter releasing in August 30th. Yeah, I'm excited for Kraven the Hunter. That first Red Band trailer absolutely did it for me. That got me in all the right places. I was like, okay, this is going to be something very different. An R-rated, Sony Marvel film that hasn't really been done before. I mean, the only R-rated, comic book films we've gotten has been Joker or, the Suicide Squad or Peacemaker, if you count that as a TV series. So I'm looking forward to stepping outside the boundaries of what we're so accustomed of seeing. So more R-rated comic book films. There's stuff that I'm really, really looking forward to. And to throw Deadpool in there as well, of course. But coming in at number 9, you guys, you have Bad Boys 4 dropping June 14th. Look, I love the Bad Boys franchise. I love me some Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Yes, even though Will Smith did slap the crap out of Chris Rock, we're all moving past that now. I enjoyed the last Bad Boys. Bad Boys for Life was a lot of fun. I thought it was a great continuation of the story. I wasn't a supporter of how they killed Captain Howard. He was one of my favorite characters in the franchise, and I was just bummed out by it. Just like kind of how they killed off Dewey in Scream 5. You hurt. You get hurt. And, I'm looking forward to see how they're going to expand the story with him and his son. It's going to be pretty interesting to see with Mike Lowry. And then coming in at number 8, you guys, you have Beetlejuice 2, directed by Tim Burton, dropping September 6th for Beetlejuice 2. I mean, how could you not be excited to see Michael Keaton return as Beetlejuice. I mean, you throw in, Catherine O'Hara, then you throw in Jenna Ortega. I cannot wait. Tim Burton said he's going back to the roots of what he really kind of, started off with early in his career. Because honestly, Tim Burton in the 2000s, it just hasn't been good. And, I like the fact that he's going back to what really made Tim Burton Tim Burton. I'm excited for Beetlejuice 2. Wherever they take the story, I'm going to be with it. Because Beetlejuice 1 is just an all-time classic. How can you not like Beetlejuice 1? It is hilarious. Especially the ending where he sprinkles that little fairy dust on his head and his head just shrinks up. It's classy, guys. So I'm expecting to see a lot of great sets, a lot of great makeup. As a film lover and how films are made, I love and I appreciate production sets, costume designs, and all of that stuff. And I know Tim Burton is going to nail it. And of course, Danny Elfman is probably going to be returning to do the score as well, because, you can't have one without the other. Coming in at number 7, you guys, you have Gladiator 2, November 22nd. Gladiator 1 is an all-time great. Father to the murdered son, husband to the murdered wife. I promise you, I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. I mean, just a banger of a line. Are you not entertained? I mean, that first film with Russell Crowe was so good. And then you add Denzel Washington, and then you add Pedro Pascal for the second movie. I cannot wait. I'm so pumped for Gladiator 2. Damn, that's going to be fun. Coming in at number 6, you guys, you have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, May 24th. Look, with Matt Reeves and his trilogy of those Apes movies, he didn't do the first film, he did Dawn and War, but my God, they were great. The character development, the story of Caesar and the apes were so extraordinary. So seeing the first trailer for the next installment got me that much more excited. But I'm a little bit hesitant of the story because apparently it takes place 300 years after Caesar's death. I was like, what? So no Cornelius? Like, what happened with his son? And apparently, nobody knows of Caesar. So they got to relearn everything. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that story. But all in all, that first trailer did it for me. And that's why it landed number 6. Because I love me some Planet of the Apes. I really, really do. Coming in at number 5, you have The Wolfman, October 25th. Look, I love the monster universe. So any monster film, I am absolutely there day one. I can't wait. Look, there are some elements I liked of Renfield and Dracula. It was fun. It was entertaining. Goofy, but entertaining. So when they plan to expand on the whole monster universe over at Universal, it has me that much more excited because these are characters that have been around for so long that I really, really want them to, put some respect on their names. Look at The Invincible Man. He did wonderful. That was one of the best films that year. I believe that was 2020, 2020 or 2021. But it was great in how they modernized that character. So when you did Wolfman, and Ryan Gosling was the first attached to this film, but he dropped out. I was like, oh, absolutely. Like there's so much they can do with this Wolfman film. I'm really hoping that it's a character-driven story filled with just raw emotion and just great practical effects for the wolf. I mean, honestly, for the Wolfman. Because American Werewolf in London, they set the bar for practical effects when we see werewolf transformations. It is astounding. Go back and watch that. 0 CGI. 0. So I'm expecting them to go along that route. There was a lot of hate for that Benicio del Toro Wolfman film that came out years back. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Anthony Hopkins. But, it got a lot of flack, And, Rick Baker was attached to that film to do all the practical effects and stuff like that. And, they were adding elements of CGI and stuff. And apparently it was a nightmare. So hopefully they get Rick Baker to do, the werewolf transformation for Wolfman. Because I can't wait. I mean, more monsters. Honestly, I can't wait. Really excited about that. And then coming in number 4, you guys, you have Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Dropping April 12th. Now, we all thought that first trailer was absolutely exceptional. It was crazy. It was so good. I was just like the ending of seeing Kong and Godzilla running together. Kong has his Infinity Gauntlet on. It absolutely looked super cool. I mean, look, I love this monster universe. I really do. Majority of the stuff has come out has been really entertaining. I think Godzilla is the only film that I feel like it's at the very bottom. But like, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla v Kong, like they've been entertaining. They really have. And then coming off the heels of Godzilla -1, oh, more Godzilla, please. I cannot wait to see how this film's gonna, really portray Kong's new fierce enemy of the Scar King and just how powerful he is and what kind of history he has. I mean, apparently, he more than likely wiped out Kong's people. So that lets you know how powerful Kong is. No, that lets you know how powerful the Scar King is. That he's going to go to Godzilla and like, look, I need some help. I can't take this dude on my own. I mean, I can't wait to see that matchup. It is going to be so freaking dope, you guys. But Godzilla x Kong is number 4 on the list. And then coming in at number 3, you have Nosferatu, December 25th. Vampires, Dracula, you name it, you guys. I mean, why not? I mean, Bill Skarsgård is attached to this role. I cannot wait to see him. From the little images we've gotten for this movie, it looks like it is going to be absolutely astounding. That's at number 3, you guys. Coming in at number 2, you have Joker 2, dropping October 4th. Now, look, you guys, I absolutely love and adore the first Joker movie. The first Joker movie really set the scale and the bar for R-rated, comic book films, especially within the DC universe. I mean, amazing. It won Oscars. Joaquin Phoenix won Best Male Actor at the Academy Awards. He was just so great as Arthur Fleck, aka Joker. I'll never forget my initial reactions of walking out of that theater. I was just like, wow, this might be my favorite DC movie. And from the score, the set designs, just Todd Phillips just really embraced the whole, Travis Bickle, taxi driver elements to it, just really ran with it. It was all over. I mean, Scorsese's influence was all over it, and I love it because Scorsese is one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. I mean, if you haven't seen Taxi Driver, what are you doing with your life? Go watch Taxi Driver. It is one of the greatest films of all time. The elements that Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips kind of created for this Joker and his laugh and, his mannerisms, and it was so good. And the story between him and his mom and him getting abused, it was just top notch, you guys. I cannot wait for Joker 2. I'm a little hesitant though because it is a musical. And I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. So when they announced that Joker 2 was going to be a musical and Lady Gaga was going to be attached to the film as, Harley Quinn, I was like, okay, interesting. You can do something really unique with this. But how are you going to adapt this into a sequel musical? So I have my reservations. I really do. I still don't think that the musical part is going to float well with me. And that kills me the most because, like I said, my love for the first film is so high. Like, I'm praying for the best, you guys. I'm hoping it's not too much of a musical because I don't like to sit through musicals. I don't. I think the only musical I like to sit through is probably Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Because I grew up watching that film. You know what I mean? It's so iconic. Gene Wilder, you just can't go wrong with it. But with Joker 2 being a musical, you guys, I do have my doubts. But it's still number 2 on my list for my most anticipated films of the year. And coming in at number 1, you got Deadpool 3. Oh, yeah. The buddy cop movie, R-rated buddy cop movie with Wolverine and Deadpool. Absolutely. I mean, how is this not your top spot for your most anticipated films of the year? The only MCU movie dropping in 2024. I am so excited for Deadpool 3. It's a legacy film. Seeing all the legacy X-Men characters return is going to be really exciting. I know there's a lot of spoilers online right now because of set photos, so be aware of that, you guys. There are a lot of stuff out there that's leaking. But, Deadpool 3 sets the bar for number 1. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. I love the first two Deadpool movies. And now that, you involve time travel, you involve the MCU, Deadpool's first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Hugh Jackman coming back as the role as Wolverine, a role that I thought he was done with after Logan. I mean, never say never. Patrick Stewart came back for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I love that iteration of Professor X. It was really that good. But Deadpool 3, you guys, my God, it is going to break records. It is going to make billions at the box office. It is going to save the MCU. out of their nasty little, what's the word I'm looking for? They're in a slump right now. They're definitely in a slump, coming off the heels of the worst MCU film financially at the box office, of that being the Marvels. So, with Deadpool 3 coming out, it's going to set them on the right path, you guys. But there you guys have it. That is my most anticipated films, my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. Let me know you guys' list, your top 5, your top 2, your top 10, your top 20, whatever you guys want. Let me know down below on the comments. And of course, thank you guys for taking time in your day for watching C-World Productions. Peace.